If you're seeing this right now, it's not random. Something inside you is activating. A code that's been dormant is coming online. In the next few minutes, you're going to understand why everything suddenly feels different. Why certain people are disappearing from your life while new ones appear out of nowhere. Have you noticed how time seems to be speeding up lately? How conversations feel deeper but shorter? How you know things before they happen? You've been feeling it for weeks, now maybe months. That strange pull in your chest, the knowing that something big is about to shift. You wake up at odd hours, 3:33, 4:44, 5:55, see repeating numbers everywhere, feel emotions that don't seem to belong to you. Your old life feels like clothing that doesn't fit anymore, too tight in some places, too loose in others. Foods you used to love taste different. Places you used to enjoy feel heavy. People you used to resonate with seem like strangers, speaking a language you no longer understand. This isn't confusion, it's clarity arriving. Your consciousness is expanding beyond the container it's been living in. The universe operates on frequency, and yours is changing. Everything in existence vibrates, from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy, and right now, your personal frequency is undergoing a massive upgrade that less than 1% of humanity is experiencing simultaneously. Think about tuning a radio. When you're between stations, all you get is static, noise, confusion. But the moment you hit the right frequency, everything becomes crystal clear. Music flows, words make sense, connection happens. You're in that in-between space right now, moving from one frequency to another. The static you're experiencing, that's not breakdown, it's breakthrough. That discomfort you feel, that's not something going wrong. That's everything finally going right. The principle of mentalism teaches us that the all is mind, the universe is mental. Your thoughts aren't just happening in your head, they're creating ripples in the fabric of reality itself. Every thought you think changes the quantum field around you. And right now, your thoughts are becoming more powerful than ever before. Scientists at the HeartMath Institute have proven that the heart's electromagnetic field is 60 times greater than the brain's. When you feel from the heart, when you think from love, when you operate from this new frequency, you're literally broadcasting a signal that reorganizes matter around you. The first stage is always awareness. You start noticing patterns everywhere, synchronicities that can't be explained by logic. You think of someone and they call. You need something and it appears. You ask a question and the answer shows up in the most unexpected ways. Books fall. Off shelves open to the exact page you need. Songs play with the exact message you need to hear. Strangers say things that answer your internal questions. These aren't coincidences. They're confirmation that you're tuning into a higher frequency of consciousness where everything is connected, everything is conscious, everything is responding to your vibration. Here's what most people don't understand about manifestation. It's not about forcing things to happen. It's about becoming a match for what you want to experience. When you change your frequency, you change what you attract. Simple as that. But there's something happening right now that goes deeper. A collective shift that only certain people are picking up on. You're one of them. That's why you're here. That's why these words are finding you now. The ancients called this the awakening of the divine human. The moment when we remember we're not just physical beings having a spiritual experience. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And right now, the veil between these two aspects of yourself is dissolving. The spiritual you and the human you are merging into something new, something that hasn't walked this earth in large numbers for thousands of years. In just a few minutes, I'm going to share a one-line shift that will lock in this new frequency permanently. But first, you need to understand what's actually happening in your energy field. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it, and that's when everything accelerates beyond what your logical mind can comprehend. Your energy field extends approximately 6 to 8 feet around your physical body. Scientists can now measure this, photograph it, document its changes. When you're in fear, it contracts. When you're in love, it expands. When you're in your power, it becomes coherent, organized, magnetic. Right now, your field is reorganizing itself. The old patterns, the old programs, the old frequencies that kept you in loops of limitation, they're being cleared, deleted, replaced with higher functioning codes. The second stage is letting go. This is where most people get stuck. You're old. Identity wants to hold on. It's comfortable with struggle, familiar with lack. It knows how to navigate problems, but this new version of you, it operates from a completely different paradigm. One where solutions appear before problems fully form, where abundance is natural, where synchronicity is normal, where miracles are mundane. You're being asked to surrender the how. Release the when. Stop trying to figure out the path. The path is revealing itself with every step you take, but you can only see the next step when you're fully present in this one. The mind wants a 10-year plan. The universe gives you the next perfect move. Trust which one knows better. Trust that the same intelligence that keeps planets in orbit, that turns seeds into forests, that beats your heart while you sleep, that same intelligence is orchestrating your expansion. Let me tell you something about trust that nobody talks about. Trust isn't believing everything will work out the way you want. Trust is knowing that everything is working out the way it needs to for your highest evolution. Sometimes that means losing things you thought you needed. Sometimes that means relationships ending. Sometimes that means chapters closing before you're ready. But here's the secret. Nothing real can be lost. Only illusions dissolve. And every illusion that dissolves makes room for more truth to enter. The third stage is embodiment. This is where the magic really happens. You stop trying to get somewhere and realize you're already there. You stop waiting for permission and give it to yourself. You stop asking if you're worthy and remember you always were. But here's the test that's coming. And almost everyone fails it at first, not because they're not capable, but because they've been programmed to fail it. Right before your biggest breakthrough, everything will seem to fall apart. Relationships will challenge you. Circumstances will test you. Your old reality will do everything it can to pull you back. This isn't punishment. It's confirmation. The universe is asking, are you sure? Is this who you really are now? Your answer to that question determines everything that comes next. And here's what most people don't realize. The test isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about choosing the new frequency even when the old one feels safer. The Kybalion speaks of this as the principle of vibration. Nothing rests. Everything moves, everything vibrates. But here's what the ancient texts knew that modern science is just catching up to. Your vibration isn't just attracting your reality, it's creating it. Every thought you think sends out a frequency. Every emotion you feel shifts your energetic signature. Every belief you hold acts like a tuning fork, calling in experiences that match its tone. Tesla understood this. Einstein glimpsed it. Jung mapped it through the collective unconscious. They all saw the same truth from different angles. Consciousness isn't produced by the brain. The brain is a receiver, picking up consciousness like a radio picks up waves. And right now, a new station is coming through. One that's been broadcasting all along, but you're just now developing the capacity to tune in. The ancient Egyptians encoded this in their mystery schools. The Hindus described it through the chakra system. The Kabbalists mapped it through the tree of life. The Gnostics called it gnosis, direct knowing. Indigenous shamans have always known it. They all pointed to the same truth. You are a frequency, being living in a frequency universe. Master your frequency, master your reality. Think of it like quantum superposition. In quantum physics, particles exist in all possible states simultaneously until they're observed. Your potential realities work the same way. All possibilities exist right now. The life where you're abundant, the life where you're struggling, the life where you're healthy, the life where you're not. They're all there waiting. Your observation, your attention, your frequency determines which one collapses into your experience. But here's the insider knowledge most people miss. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And you don't change what you are by thinking different thoughts. You change what you are by vibrating at a different frequency. Thoughts are just the symptom. Frequency is the cause. Emotion is the language. Feeling is the prayer. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research shows that when you combine an elevated emotion with a clear intention, you literally change your brain structure. New neural pathways form. Old ones dissolve. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening in your external reality and what you're feeling internally. So when you feel the frequency of your desired reality before it manifests, your brain rewires itself as if it's already happened. Your cells reorganize. Your DNA expresses differently. You become biologically different. Want to shift your frequency fast? Here's something most people won't tell you. Gratitude isn't just a nice feeling, it's a frequency tuner. When you feel genuine gratitude, not forced, not fake, but real appreciation for what is, your entire energy field reorganizes. Your heart rhythm becomes coherent, your brain waves synchronize, your cells literally vibrate at a higher rate. The Institute of Heart Math has documented this extensively. Heart coherence creates a measurable field effect that influences everything around you. Try this. Feel grateful for something that hasn't happened yet. Feel it as if it's already done. Not hoping, not wishing, knowing, feeling, being grateful. For the relationship that's already perfect, for the abundance that's already flowing, for the health that's already restored. Watch how quickly reality rearranges itself to match that frequency. But here's the key. You can't fake this. The universe doesn't respond to what you think. It responds to what you feel, to what you are. Let me share a technique the ancient mystics used that quantum physics is now validating. It's called the mirror principle. Every night before sleep, replay your day backwards. Start from right now and go back to when you woke up. But here's the twist. Replay it as you wish it had been. Not to change the past, but to reprogram your frequency for the future. See that difficult conversation? Replay it with love and understanding. That moment of lack? See abundance flowing. That feeling of separation. Experience connection. You're not lying to yourself. You're training your consciousness to hold higher frequencies. You're teaching your nervous system what the new normal feels like. Do this for 7 nights and watch how your days begin to shift. There's another practice called frequency matching. Throughout your day, pause and ask, what would the version of me who already has everything I desire be feeling right now? Then feel that. Not think about it. Feel it. In your body. In your bones, in your cells. Would they feel anxious about money? No. They'd feel secure. Would they feel desperate for love? No. They'd feel loved. Would they feel worried about the future? No. They'd feel excited about what's unfolding. The Buddhists have a practice called Tonglen, breathing in suffering, breathing out compassion. But here's a frequency twist. Breathe in your current frequency, hold it with love, then breathe out your desired frequency. You're not rejecting where you are. You're loving it into transformation. Resistance keeps you stuck. Love dissolves all barriers. Love is the highest frequency in existence. It's not an emotion. It's a state of being. It's what you are when all fear dissolves. There's a specific sequence that activates this new code. 3 precise steps that shift you from wanting to having, from seeking to finding, from becoming to being. The first 2 steps are simple. The third one, that's where people usually mess up. Not because it's hard, because it's so simple they don't believe it could work. Step 1. Identify the frequency of what you want. Not the thing itself, the frequency. How does it feel to have it? What's the emotional signature? Joy, peace, freedom, love. That feeling is your target frequency. Lock onto it. Memorize it. Become intimate with it. Know it better than you know lack, better than you know fear, better than you know doubt. Step 2. Act from that frequency now. Before the evidence shows up, before the money arrives, before the relationship appears, before the healing happens, you move through your day as if it's already done. You make decisions from that place. You speak from that place. You breathe from that place. You become so familiar with that frequency that anything else feels foreign. The third step, I'll share that in 2 minutes. But first, you need to understand why most people never get past step 2. What makes them doubt? What pulls them back? What breaks the connection right before the download completes? Here's the trap everyone falls into. They hold the new frequency for a day, maybe 2, then look around for evidence it's working. When they don't see immediate changes in their external reality, they conclude it's not working and drop back to their old frequency. They don't realize that physical reality has a lag time. It's denser than consciousness. It takes time to reorganize matter to match your new frequency. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't plant it today and dig it up tomorrow to see if it's growing. You trust the process. You water it, give it sun, and wait for nature's timing. Your new frequency is the seed. Your consistency is the water. Your faith is the sun. And just like you can't rush a seed to become a tree, you can't rush reality to reorganize. But here's what nobody tells you. It's reorganizing from the moment you shift. You just can't see it yet. The quantum field responds instantly, but physical manifestation follows universal timing. And universal timing is always perfect. Always. It considers factors your human mind can't comprehend. It orchestrates meetings and synchronicities across time and space. It weaves together threads from past, present, and future to create the perfect tapestry of your desire's manifestation. When you maintain this new frequency, everything changes, but not in the way you expect. The anxiety that's been your companion for years, it doesn't fight you anymore. It simply dissolves. Like ice melting in warm water. The mental loops that kept you up at night, they stop spinning. The need to control every outcome, it releases its grip. Because control is fear disguised as responsibility, and fear can't exist at higher frequencies. You develop what can only be described as energetic sovereignty. You stop being affected by other people's moods, stop absorbing the chaos around you, stop matching the frequency of every room you walk into. Instead, you become the tuning fork. Others start matching your frequency. Conversations shift when you arrive, possibilities open, solutions appear. You become a walking meditation, a living prayer, a breathing blessing. Remember what I said at the beginning? About the code activating? This is what I meant. You're not learning something new. You're remembering something you've always known, the part of you that exists beyond time, beyond space, beyond the limitations of physical reality. It's coming back online. Can you feel it? That stirring in your soul? That recognition in your bones, that knowing in your heart? The principle of correspondence states, as above, so below, as below, so above. Ooh, what happens in your inner world reflects in your outer world. Change the inner frequency, the outer reality must follow. It's law, not sometimes, not maybe, always. This is how the universe maintains balance. This is how consciousness creates matter. This is how you create your reality. When you look at your life right now, you're looking at a perfect mirror of your dominant frequency. The relationships you have, they match your vibration about love and connection. Your bank account, it matches your vibration about abundance and worth. Your health, it matches your vibration about your body and vitality. Want to change any of these? Don't try to change the mirror. Change what's being reflected. Change your frequency. This new identity you're stepping into isn't something you're creating. It's something you're allowing. It was always there, waiting beneath the layers of conditioning, beneath the stories you were told, beneath the frequencies you absorb from others. You're not becoming someone new. You're returning to who you always were before the world told you who to be. Here's the one-line shift I promised. Ready? I am living from the answered state, not moving toward it, not hoping for it, not trying to attract it, living from it. Right now, this moment, as you read these words, when you live from the answered state, you stop asking the universe for things. You stop begging, stop bargaining, stop waiting. You move through life as if every prayer has already been answered, every desire already fulfilled, every dream already realized, because in the quantum field it has. You're just catching up to what's already done. This isn't pretending. This isn't fake it till you make it. This is recognizing that in consciousness, in the field of infinite possibility, everything you desire already exists. You're just choosing which channel to tune into, which frequency to match, which reality to collapse into your experience. The answered state is a frequency, and when you live from it, you magnetize its physical equivalent into your reality. And here's the third step. Forget you're doing it. This is where everyone trips up. They do the work, then keep checking to see if it's working. They hold the frequency, then look for evidence it's making a difference. They live from the answered state, then ask where their answer is. The third step is complete surrender to the new frequency until it becomes so natural you forget you ever vibrated differently. It's like learning to drive. At first, you think about every move, check every mirror, grip the wheel tight, but eventually you drive without thinking. It becomes automatic, natural, effortless. That's what happens with your new frequency. At first, you have to consciously choose it. Remind yourself, catch yourself when you slip, but eventually it becomes your default state, your natural vibration, your automatic way of being. Let's talk about what's happening in your body right now, because frequency shifts aren't just spiritual, they're physical. You might be experiencing headaches as your pineal gland activates, pressure in your chest as your heart chakra expands, tingling in your hands and feet as your energy channels open wider. Sudden temperature changes as your body recalibrates. These aren't problems, they're upgrades. Your DNA is literally changing. Scientists have discovered that DNA isn't fixed. It responds to consciousness, to emotion, to frequency. The 90% they used to call junk DNA, it's not junk, it's potential. Dormant codes waiting for the right frequency to activate them. And that frequency is love, gratitude, joy, peace. The frequencies you're learning to hold right now. You might notice your sleep patterns changing, waking up at specific times. 3:33 a.m. is common. This is when the veil is thinnest, when downloads come through easiest, when your higher self can communicate most clearly. Don't fight it, use it. These wake-up calls are invitations to connect with the deeper part of you that never sleeps. Your relationships are shifting because your frequency no longer matches certain people. This isn't judgment, it's physics. Frequencies that don't resonate naturally move apart. And frequencies that do resonate naturally come together. You're not losing people. You're finding your tribe, your soul family, the ones who vibrate at your new frequency. If this is hitting you right now, if you feel that activation happening, type, "I am ready to receive" in the comments. Share one synchronicity that's happened to you recently. Just one line. Watch how many others are experiencing the same acceleration. You're not alone in this. You're part of a collective awakening that's happening in perfect divine timing. And if this video found you at exactly the right moment, if it feels like it was made just for you, consider subscribing, because this is just the beginning of what's unfolding. There's something else happening that we need to address. The old paradigm is fighting back, not because it's evil, but because it's scared. The systems built on fear, lack, and separation can feel the shift happening. They can feel their foundations crumbling. And they're doing everything they can to keep people in the old frequency, distraction, division, drama. It's all designed to keep you from discovering what you're discovering right now. But here's what they don't understand. Once the code is activated, it can't be deactivated. Once you've tasted this frequency, you can't forget its flavor. Once you've felt this expansion, you can't fully contract again. You might have moments, hours, even days where you drop back. But you'll always bounce back higher, because consciousness only expands, it never truly contracts. What feels like contraction is just preparation for greater expansion. The Hermetic principle of rhythm states that everything flows in and out. Everything has its tides. But here's the secret. You can use this principle instead of being used by it. When you understand that every low is followed by a high, every contraction by expansion, every challenge by breakthrough, you stop resisting the rhythm. You start dancing with it. You learn to use the momentum of the lows to catapult you into higher highs. This is what the masters knew. This is what the initiates were taught in the mystery schools. Not to transcend human experience, but to master it. Not to escape the rhythms, but to conduct them. You're not here to leave the physical realm. You're here to merge heaven and earth, to bring higher frequencies into physical form, to be a bridge between dimensions. Eckhart Tolle speaks of the power of now. But there's a deeper layer. When you're fully present, you're not just in the now, you're in the eternal now, the place where past, present, and future exist simultaneously, where all possibilities are available, where manifestation happens instantly because there's no gap between desire and fulfillment. Most people live in psychological time, always preparing for the future or processing the past. But your power exists only in this moment, this breath, this heartbeat. The future you're trying to create, it can only be accessed from now. The past you're trying to heal, it can only be transformed from now. Everything happens now. Everything is available now. Everything is possible now. When you truly understand this, urgency dissolves, desperation disappears, because you realize that everything you want isn't coming. It's here, right now, waiting for you to match its frequency, waiting for you to stop looking ahead and start looking within, waiting for you to stop chasing and start choosing. The resistance you're feeling, that tight sensation in your chest, that voice saying this is too good to be true, that's not doubt. That's your old frequency fighting to stay relevant. It knows its time is up. It knows you're moving beyond its range, and it's throwing everything it has at you to keep you where you are, but you're already gone. The moment you started watching this, something shifted. A door opened that can't be closed, a code activated that can't be deactivated. You can try to go back to sleep, but you'll find it impossible. You can try to ignore the signs, but they'll only get louder. You can try to pretend nothing's changing, but everything already has. Divine timing brought you here, not a second too early, not a moment too late. The exact perfect moment for you to receive this transmission. To remember who you are, to activate what's been dormant, to step into the frequency that's been calling you. This isn't coincidence, this is coordination. Divine coordination orchestrated across space and time to deliver exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. The signs will accelerate from here. Numbers will appear more frequently. 111, 222, 333, 444, 555. Each sequence carrying its own frequency, its own message, its own activation. Animals will behave differently around you. Children will be drawn to you. Strangers will tell you things that sound like messages from the universe. Because they are, your dreams will become more vivid, more meaningful, more prophetic. You'll start remembering them clearly. They'll give you information about what's coming, guidance about next steps, confirmation about your path. Pay attention to them. Write them down. They're not random neural firings. They're your higher self communicating through the only channel your ego can't control. Physical symptoms might intensify temporarily as your body recalibrates to hold. More light, more frequency, more consciousness. Fatigue as old energies release, bursts of energy as new ones integrate. Appetite changes as your body asks for different fuel. These are not problems to solve. They're processes to allow. Relationships will transform or dissolve. Work will either become effortless or impossible. Money will behave differently, either flowing more easily or showing you clearly where your frequency needs adjustment. Time will become fluid. You'll accomplish more in an hour than you used to in a day, or a day will pass in what feels like minutes. You're not going crazy. You're going sane. You're not falling apart. You're falling together. You're not losing your mind. You're finding your soul. Something specific is going to happen after you finish watching this. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, a sign so clear, so specific to you, that you'll know without doubt this is real. It might be subtle, a song, a conversation, a number, an animal, a book falling open, or it might be obvious, an unexpected opportunity, a surprise contact, a sudden knowing. When it happens, you'll know, and you'll know that you know. This is how the universe confirms you're on the right frequency, not with grand gestures, but with perfect precision. Not with generic signs, but with personalized confirmations. Not with what you expect, but with what you need. Trust what comes. Trust how it comes. Trust when it comes. The old you is gone. Thank them for the journey. Honor their struggle. Appreciate their persistence. But they're not coming where you're going. This new you operates from different laws. Manifestation isn't something they do, it's something they are. Abundance isn't something they achieve, it's something they embody. Love isn't something they seek, it's something they radiate. Power isn't something they gain, it's something they remember. Remember, you're living from the answered state now. Everything you've been seeking is seeking you. Everything you've been asking for is already given. Everything you desire is already yours in consciousness. You're just waiting for physical reality to catch up. And it will. It always does. It has no choice. This is law, universal law, cosmic law, the law that governs all creation. When doubt creeps in, and it will, remember this moment. Remember this feeling. Remember this knowing. Come back to this. Frequency. It's yours now. Nobody can take it from you. Nothing can lower it except your own choice to drop back into fear. But why would you? When love feels this good, when flow is this easy, when abundance is this natural, when synchronicity is this constant, when life is this magical, why would you ever go back to the struggle? You wouldn't. You won't. You can't. The code is activated. The frequency is set. The transformation is irreversible. Welcome to your new reality. Welcome to who you've always been. Welcome home. If you're ready for what comes next, you'll find your way to the next transmission. The universe knows how to guide you. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust yourself. Most importantly, trust the frequency you're now holding. It's more powerful than any technique, more effective than any practice, more transformative than any teaching. Because it's not something you're doing, it's something you're being. Alchemy of vibration. You are what you vibrate.